not. Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens.
Every transgender inmate would have access.
Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you. I'm Donald J. Trump.
Salute. They been rigging the game lately, I ain't gonna lie. I know for a fact they been rigging the game. I've been watching a lot of people channels, and they been super rigging the game. But I'll just, talk about what I'm gonna talk about anyway. Super rigging the game. TikTok super rigging the game, all social media rigging the game to make sure we don't get our voices heard. I always, you feel me, teach that hold on, let me add this right quick. Let me get to the information. Okay, now. What did it say? Alright, I'll do that. Alright, yeah, let me get back to business. Like I say, the game is rigged. The game been rigged. So you can't expect those who rigged the game to tell you the truth. We gotta first heal in order to receive this information. They already done rigged the game just like they rigged the lottery. If they rigged the game like they rigged the lottery, why are you trying to get your information from them? Like Malcolm X said, I don't really support Malcolm X, but he did say something profound. Why would you send your children to school to be taught by your enemy? With that being said, DNA tests cannot decide. Dang, I cannot believe I misspelled that. I'm gonna have to go to the other one. Can't even believe I misspelled that. Let me go ahead and give me 1 second and send it back to the other one, because I didn't misspell that word. DNA test cannot decide it. African ancestry. I'm about to have to go in there and switch it up. I cannot believe I misspelled that word. I'm very surprised. I never do that. But I'm finna go switch it up in 1 second. I'm gonna pause the live and I can go and fix that. But DNA cannot be used to determine your African ancestry. And I only got like 30 minutes to do this. So I'm very disappointed I misspelled the word. Let me show y'all before I even go in. I misspelled the word. DNA test cannot decide it. African ancestry. Prove me wrong. Ancestry DNA is a scam. Now let me go into why it's a scam. Watch this. You must pay attention. I already broke down how the game is rigged. They're not playing. It's a mafia-like cabal of conspirators making sure you stay in the position you in. They're not playing. This is far worse than you can imagine. Now, pay attention to how I'm finna break it down. Whenever they say, do the DNA. DNA don't lie. This majority be a gang of slow-mos. It be a gang of nobodies who don't know nothing about DNA. It's always somebody in the comments arguing, talking about some, just do your DNA. Y'all are not native. Y'all are not aboriginal. I'm sure y'all have heard them type of rebuttals or counterclaims when we say we indigenous to America. So they don't know what they talking about. Let me prove it. First of all, if you go and Google, what do they determine to decide your African ancestry? First, they're going to say they match Y chromosome and maternal DNA. I'm going to show you how, first of all, they cannot use Y chromosome or they can't use maternal DNA to determine our African ancestry. Before I really put the nail in the coffin, let me break it down. First of all, Y chromosome DNA, it mutates. It mutates like every 4 generations. You can go and look that up. You can go and look that up. Please like the video. When y'all see videos like this, you gotta like it. Cause ain't nobody else coming with information like us. That's why they say TikTok is the new news network. You must like the live streams when we go on these topics. Now, first of all, why DNA cannot determine your African ancestry because it mutates. Second of all, they cannot use mitochondrial DNA because a lot of American people have multiple readings for MTDNA. You can't determine that somebody is from Africa if they are showing MTDNA for Europe, America, Asia, East Africa, South Africa. You can't have 4 different locations for MTDNA. That's why African ancestry won't even take your DNA test if you have multiple sources for MTDNA. If you have multiple sources for MTDNA, African ancestry won't even take your application because you cannot have multiple mothers and say that you're from somewhere. That means you're a mix. You're a biracial person. Even though I don't accept the terminology racial, but that's what we accept. You cannot have multiple sources for MTDNA. So let's go and destroy them. On the ancestry note, then they will say, oh, well, we use autosomal DNA. Go and look up autosomal DNA. Autosomal DNA is what the Pan-Africans always go to. They say, oh, well, we use autosomal DNA to match our African ancestry. Well, I'm about to knock them out the park. Before I go in, I am the #1 researcher when it comes to rebuttaling and countering the claim of the Pan-Africans' African ancestry DNA. I'm #1. There's nobody better than me. Now, let me go and break down the autosomal DNA. Check this out. The reason why they can't use autosomal DNA for ancestry is, first of all, it is not a sexual chromosome. You only have 23 chromosomes. 22 are sexual, right? I mean, right, 22 are sexual. You have the pairs that go to your 22 go to your maternal, 22 go to your Y chromosome, right? Your mother and your father, half and half, right? So autosomal is non-sexual. It deals with your ancestors. It deals with the people that was before your mother and father. It is not sexual. So it is not a Y or a M. You understand what autosomal is? That means it is not a sexual chromosome. They can't tell you if you get it from your mother or your father. Now watch this. The reason why they can't determine your African ancestry or autosomal DNA is because they're going to tell you, oh, we found the match. We found the match to prove that you're African off your autosomal DNA. Think, they never tell you what they match. Ever. They never tell you what they match because this is a scam, y'all. Now watch this. If they match something with your autosomal DNA, what chromosome are they matching? So remember, it's 22 chromosomes for each parent. Because it's what? It's 46 in all, right? It's 46 chromosomes. So you get 22 from your mother. You get 22 from your father, you get one autosomal each from each side. Because it's 23 chromosomes per pair. They never tell you what they are matching for your autosomal. So it's each chromosome, there's a site that's called allele or a loci or a location. They never tell you what they're matching because you know what they're matching? They are matching skin color, y'all. They're matching hair. Yeah, it's a scam. They are matching skin color. Africans have the same skin color as us. Many Africans have curly hair like us. They tell you the chromosomes in the advanced enhanced testing. They'll tell you the exact chromosome, but the Pan-Africans never ever tell you that they're only matching skin color. They're only matching eyes. They're only matching hair. We're gonna match these chromosomes with anybody in the world. We're gonna match this with Australians. We're gonna match this with Asians. We're gonna match this with Europeans. When they say you match European DNA, I'm telling you, lie debunker, yes. I don't know if you're a Pan-African, but that's exactly what they're matching in the chromosome. It's nothing unique. Now, if you have something specific that they can trace, like a certain disease or a certain genetic anomaly, yeah, they can match that. But that's a rarity that a whole haplogroup has this rarity. We're our own haplogroup. We don't have a rare dysfunction or disfiguration in our genetic makeup. We don't have that. We are some of the most well put together people on this planet. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get you up out of here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to get on the panel and debunk me and come with your facts. I'm not playing none of them games. I'm gonna block you. Cause like I said, the Pan-Africans, they never tell you what they're matching. Understand what I'm saying? If it's 23 chromosomes each, what chromosomes are they matching? They never tell you what they're matching. So when they tell you, where is your Native American tribal documentation to prove you're Native American? Where is your African tribal documentation is what I rebuttal with. Prove to me, since they need all this proof, show me your African documentation that you so much of an African, because I can't show you no Native American documentation. I'm already here and they're trying to move me from the land. I can't show you no African documentation either. So it goes both ways. Now, like I said, they never tell you what chromosome they're actually matching. They never tell you no chromosome they're actually matching. I'm so sad that I misspelled this word. DNA test cannot decide African ancestry. Prove me wrong. Ancestry DNA is a scam. Ancestry DNA is a scam. It's the biggest scam. Because like I said, you can't have multiple sources for mitochondrial DNA. That proves you're mixed. If you are mixed, you are not just an African. If you are mixed, you're not just an African. We have a racist in here, Joe Yaya. We have a superior. I'm glad you're watching this. Because the Native Americans will tell you, like this dude right here, that where is your Native American documentation or your tribal documentations? But there's no African tribal documentations either. You cannot use DNA. These same slow-mos, they got these slow talking points and they swear up and down they so smart. We outsmart them every time. Okay? So check this out, dude. You can't use DNA to check your ancestry from 100, 500 years ago. We were here during the French colonial era. We were here during the Spanish Empire. We were here before the English, British got here, who are the people that's implementing. They are the ones who were implementing this genocidal doctrine on us. The British, the English, but we were here before them. Everything is written in English. We don't have any French books. We don't have any Spanish books from when we were here because they got rid of all that in the Civil War. You don't think we were authors? You don't think we were well-off free people? The leaders of the Natchez people in Mississippi was my people. You can go and look it up right now. Yeah, we stretched across the land, Crystal, that's correct. But go and look at the Natchez Rebellion against the French. They used the terminology black or Negro leader for the Natchez. Go and look it up. I'll do a whole video on that. Go and look at King Louis was a brother. King Louis was a brother with brown dark skin. I got 100% proof. The Natchez king was called the Sun King. King Louis was called the Sun King. They don't have no French books. They don't have no Creole books. Why they don't have no Creole books? Why they only got everything in English? Because it's rigged, y'all. Now, like I said, they always say, go take DNA. DNA don't lie. Okay, well, be more precise on what y'all are matching. It's 23 chromosomes. 22 are sexual from your mother and your father, because it's 46 and all. Did you know American Negroes have serum haptoglobin types, evidence for a third allele? Do you even know what a third allele is? So a third allele means you have more DNA than anybody else. You have way more DNA than anybody else. Go and look it up. He said, don't need Creole. I don't understand what that reply even means. Don't need Creole. Creole is Latin, and they had Creole books. Why don't we have any access to any of these books is what I'm asking. Why we don't have any access to the Creole period books or the French period books? Why? That's what we're asking. We want to know why. Everything is in English by English authors giving us their perspective, and we know the game is rigged through them. Everything is rigged. That's right, Crystal Keys. Thank you. And this is how I want, shout out to Ladariel, shout out. This is how I want y'all to come together, because we got the best debaters, researchers of all time right now today. They cannot beat us in a debate or presentation of this information to prove to y'all DNA is a scam. DNA is a scam. Like I said, Y chromosome DNA mutates every 4 generations, every 4 to 5. Don't need no Creole books. If you type that one more time, I'm blocking you. I promise you. You type it one more time, I'm blocking you. We do need French books and Creole books because, yes, we have more chromosomes because we are the original people. Everyone else is our offspring. I like that notion. So let me break it down for you, Crystal. Humans are a diploid organism. That means a 2. American Negroes are a 3. You can go and look it up. It was the studies in the 1950s to confirm American copper people like us have a 3rd allele. That means we have more DNA. And a Western scientists will just write it off as junk DNA because they can't decipher it or they don't want to decipher it. So I was the founding researcher on that topic. American people like us having a 3rd allele. Go and look. All you got to do is type it. Serum haptoglobin types, evidence for a 3rd allele in American Negroes. That's all you got to do. That proves we're not African. Like I told y'all, I'm the best at this. It's nobody going to debate us. We are free, y'all, but it's up. DNA doesn't matter as much. We are all one. No, we're not. No, we're not. Politically, we can become one and be a political force, but genetically, we are not one. Saying we all bleed inside is not true because it's a lot of people who get psoriasis. It's a lot of people who get skin disease. It's a lot of people who get lice. We don't get lice, buddy. So we ain't the same. Get your mind right. We are not the same. Everybody don't get lice. Everybody don't get skin disease. Everybody do not get sun disease. So do you think we should separate from them? Well, I look at it like this. We have a right to our nationality. Everybody has a right to a nationality. So we need to proclaim our nationality and elect our leaders. That's what we need to do. We have this tendency to being victims, so we don't want to have our own. You got to get out there on that farmland. You got to build your boats. You got to network with your people. That's how we take care of our own nation, and we ain't buying none of their products. And you know who I'm talking about. We have to stop consuming bad products, bad things. We can't buy that stuff. We are separated already. Exactly. They separate us every day. Thank you, Ricardo. They separate us every day in their news media by calling us black. Black, 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 black. That's all you hear. We're not together with them. They don't care about us. Look at the DOJ down there investigating Lexington, Mississippi, and what they're doing down there. You know, they're just down there investigating. They're not passing no crime bills for us. They're not passing no crime bills for us. They're just investigating. They don't care about us, man, because they're here to take what's ours, man. They don't care about us, man. But we are so resilient and strong, they can't get rid of us. That's an example of the creators and the savior's people. We are the people of the savior, because no matter what they do, they can't get rid of us. We're resilient. Now, back to the DNA. They always say, salute, frog on my toe. Right, that's the God seed. They can't get rid of us. Every time they come up with a new conspiracy, it never, ever works. They got the best weaponry in the world, the best military, the best intelligence. They pretty much got a all-out free-for-all to do whatever they want, but they never succeed. That should tell you something, that the universe is on our side. And they know it. They know it. They always find us everywhere. They find our ancestors everywhere with the documentation, with the prophetic revelations, proving that they're going to lose. They know they're going to lose. So go back to DNA. Like I said, I'm sorry. Y'all apologize for the fact that I misspelled that word. I could pause the live and go and fix that. I just don't feel like it. So y'all got to excuse me that one good time. DNA tests cannot decide African ancestry. Prove me wrong. Nobody's going to get up here and debate me on that. And this is where we go from this point. We know DNA is a scam. We know they're taking your DNA to do something sinister with it. We know they're taking your DNA to do something sinister with it because it can't determine your ancestry. Just like they don't have no bones over there in Africa. You come from Africa. Comparisons you can. Okay, Gene 14, you can hit the link. I got a guess. Got me a guess. Who is this? Okay, we got Gene up here. Yeah, what's good? Talk it out, man. I want you to talk it out right quick.
Yeah, what I mean by comparison is that if you compare the average black man to a West African, there's almost no difference. Y'all are completely identical. I don't know about you.
That's not...
I don't know about
okay,
you.
Go ahead.
No, yeah. I don't know about you in particular because you don't look like you're fully black. It looks like you're mixed with white tea or something, like a mulatto or something. But yeah, that's how you can. You don't need to do all this DNA testing and blood testing where you can just easily compare the two, and like hair samples and stuff. You won't be able to tell the difference. You compare hair samples between a West African or a Black American, you can't tell the difference. That's one. And two, blood testing, simple blood tests. It's going to show that you guys have the same type of blood, unless you're mixed, like I said.
Okay, I got it from here. So that's not good enough for us. So what I'm saying is, if we go into Australia,
so what's good enough for you?
Oceania, I got it. We're going to take turns. I got you. I'm going to give it back to you. When we go into Oceania, particularly Tahiti, Samoa, Fiji, right off the coast of California, we find people with woolly hair and dark skin. That's correct. We go in Micronesia, Australia, like I said, even in South America. So saying somebody has dark skin and woolly hair, that makes you African. That is what we call Eurocentrism. And that's a part of their racist agenda, to look at us and say, hey, they look like Africans. Saying you have the same blood is not a scientific explanation as to why we are West Africans. Besides this point, I'm almost done. Right. Now, this is what I know for a fact. There are some people called the Moors. the Saidi dynasty and the Marinid dynasty and the Almoravid dynasty. Yeah, that's pure Eurocentric talk. Now, these dynasties ruled Morocco, which is very intricate in American history and world history, Moroccans. So they conquered West Africa and also Tangiers, Virginia, in Chesapeake Bay. It's a place called Tangiers, Virginia. It's an island. We know for a fact the Moroccans were on both sides. So this may be the reason why we have relations with those people over there, because of our mighty empire. But saying we have the same blood as somebody from West African is not a scientific explanation. Oh, you have the same blood, so y'all are the same people. That's not a scientific explanation. I'm almost done. You would have to really tell me on gene 14, what chromosome are y'all matching? You need to know about DNA to talk about DNA, and this is where we're going to hold y'all accountable, man. I hope you understood what I just said, and I'm going to give you back the microphone. You got to tell me what's funny chromosome y'all are matching, man.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned chromosomes, because that is scientific and all that. And according to the Moors, they're all Muslim. They don't really believe in science. They're all religious people who believe in God, which science contradicts the belief in God and the Quran and all that. So I don't know which side you're taking. Are you scientific, or are you based off of religious views and beliefs? Because they can't go hand in hand. They're both totally different things. So what are you? Are you a scientific person, or are you a religious person? You can't say Moors and this, we're here and there, and then you're going to come around and say, well, tell me the Y chromosomes, because they don't even believe in that. Muslims don't even believe in chromosomes and stuff.
Are you true?
No, well, I'm almost done. Oh, another thing is that the reason we compare you guys to Africans is because of the slave trade and all that. No one's saying that, there's not Afro-haired people in Melanesia and stuff like that. No, but the reason we say that you guys are from Africa is because we have historical facts where it shows the slave ships, that the white man brought y'all here in, so they didn't come from Melanesia. They came from the ports of West Africa. That's why. This guy keeps saying what? Bro, do you have comprehending issues or something?
No,
he keeps saying
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I guess he has selective hearing. He just wants to hear what he wants to hear. But anyways, my point is that, yeah, man, I'm not disagreeing. Not all black people come from Africa. Yeah, there's some in Melanesia and Fiji. But my point is, that's where we're coming from, is there was a slave trade, and that's why we always say, we compare black Americans to the West Africans.
Okay.
That's it, man.
Okay. Now where I'm gonna start at. Okay, let's start with the slave trade. I was gonna go back in on the DNA. I'll come back to that. So let's break this down. We have something called the provincial period or religious period in colonial America, and we have the direct numbers of slaves that were brought here, especially during the Pilgrim times. So we are debunking the slave story, the transatlantic slave story, by proving that y'all did not cross over the transatlantic ocean with all of these people y'all claim. Second, we know y'all are the Slavic people. That is your ethnicity. First of all, you're not a white. You are a Slavic person. And we know y'all are the real Slavic people that were brought here during the Pilgrim times. Here's another example that this story did not take place, that y'all flat out invaded our people after the Revolutionary War. So what I'm saying is I'm challenging the slave narrative. So in 1812, it was a great war in America, and it was a great earthquake. And after that, it was something called the Indian Removal Act. After the Indian Removal Act, it was some acres of land taken down in Georgia all the way to Mississippi from the Creek people. At that point, they had something that was called the Indian Removal Act, and it went all the way up to the 1840s, and until they eventually got rid of the Seminoles in the 1840s. So also it's something called the Louisiana Purchase, and this happened at around 1804. So when you look at the map of the Louisiana Purchase, it goes all the way up to Canada, all the way back down to New Orleans. This is in 1804, right around the time of the Creek removal. So around 1804, half of the country, Europeans wasn't even in, or Slavic people. Now, I'm not done. Let's go into the Mexican Cession, which happened in 1850. So with all that being said, technically Europeans hadn't even got into western part of the United States until about 1830 some 1850. So we're talking Louisiana, Texas, Illinois, we're talking Arkansas, we're talking Tennessee, Kentucky. Y'all wasn't even there. Y'all was nowhere in none of these places. You definitely wasn't in California because that was Mexican territory. So what we're saying is you're out of your mind just making up stuff, man. Something's wrong with y'all, man. Y'all was not even there. So why are y'all telling these stories? For instance, let's look at the Louisiana Purchase and the Creole people, or the free people of color who were never enslaved. The Creole people, free people of color, were never enslaved, and y'all didn't have no jurisdiction over them. So what we're saying is you never had any contact with these people, but you're trying to tell us they were your black African slaves, which makes no sense. I'm almost done. The Creek Indian Removal Act, 1812 to 1832, followed by the Louisiana Purchase, then the Creek Removal Act, then the Civil War. Y'all were never there. We got the Chickamauga and Nickajack. Nickajack is a territory in Tennessee. It's a big lake called Nickajack in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and these were Negro people. It's 100% proof. We can prove it. So y'all were never there. So who were y'all enslaving? You was not even there. Now, I want you to answer me that the way I break it down. If you were never there until after the Louisiana Purchase and y'all were still Slavic people from the colonial era because y'all are the Slavs, you were never there. The Seminoles and the Yamasees were fighting y'all who are dark-skinned people. Y'all were not there in Louisiana. You were not there in Texas. You were not there in New Mexico. So how did you get this story if y'all weren't even there? That's all I want you to ask. How? Remember, we were there. We've been here before y'all. History already determined we were here before. And when I mean y'all, I'm talking about English-speaking Slavic people, because I don't call you white because you know you're Slavic. We were here before you, so how did you determine that I was a slave? How?
Right. Well, first of all, how do you determine, or how do you assume that I'm European or white tea? I'm not.
Because of your accent. I'm going off your accent. I apologize. You definitely sound like one of them.
I was born in Texas, educated here and stuff. But no, I'm not white tea, bro.
Okay. Wait, before you answer that, break down your ancestry for me. I want to know, like, are you Native American? Are you white? Because you said us white people named you that. That's exactly what you said. I heard you said. You said us white people determined this when we brought y'all from Africa. So if you're white, that means you're European, right?
No, I didn't. I don't think I said us, bro.
You didn't. You just said them. So what is your genetic makeup, man? Are you a European or are you a Native American?
I'm third generation Mexican, but my great grandparents and all them from both sides have indigenous roots.
Okay.
I was, like I said, I'm third generation here though. Like my whole family was in the United States after 1930 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, there weren't no Americans before 1836 and all that, or whatever, Louisiana Purchase and all that. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I don't know why you get it confused that just because Indians were brown skinned that automatically makes them black. I don't think that's how it is.
Indians. I never mention Indians. I don't claim to be Indians. I say words like indigenous and aboriginal. Indian and black are terms your people made up. We never called ourselves those terms. I just want to be clear with you. So I never say Indians. I just say aborigine or indigenous.
But what do you, when you say you people, you say like indigenous Mexicans? We never called you black. We called y'all Afro-descendientes. We never called you.
They call us Moreno. Please stop it. They call us Moreno right now today. Please stop it.
Well, we call anyone who
Moreno. I got over about 30 or 40 Mexican friends. Actually, my family comes from Central America as well. You don't know me. And I love that. I love to reveal that later on when people get to telling me what I am. But they say Moreno and Morena.
Well,
and it's the reason why y'all don't like that word more. I realized that y'all don't like to use that term. And I keep saying y'all. I wish you can show your face. I should make you show your face, but I ain't gonna
You
do
can see
all
my
that.
profile picture right here.
Yeah, you
I
kind
can
of
see
do
my
look
profile.
Mexican. You kind of do. You do.
I'm not from Mexico though. My ancestors were. They're indigenous. They're Mixtec and they were Chichimeca. I just learned that.
Yeah, they're pretty brown. Chichimeca is pretty brown people, and
Yeah, but they're not.
Patagonia.
But they're not
Uh,
Afro.
uh, what is their called? I can't even think of the name.
I know, but we're not Afro-haired people. We had straight hair.
That's okay. The Olmecs got woolly hair. You just proving my point. The
No, they didn't.
Olmecs definitely have woolly hair.
I've never seen an Olmec statue with an Afro or woolly hair, bro.
Let me
Ever.
go and get it for you. I got you. That's what I
How
did.
can you go get it for me, dude? You're gonna show a picture of an Olmec statue, which shows no skin color and no Afro, none of that. You're just going by phenotypes. The same thing you guys have a problem with when we say that you guys look African. See what I'm saying? There's a town in Mexico called Matamoros, which means more killer. Well, yeah, because Mexico was part of Spain. Remember that? So they named these towns. So Spaniards named these towns. So that's why you got Matamoros and El
Okay.
Negro stuff. Yeah, I was just about to say that. See, a
No,
white
first
man
of
came up
all,
with that?
let me get the microphone. I got you because you made a lot of points, and we don't want to go too far. First of all, Matamoros does not mean more killer. That is another misunderstanding. I got you. We're gonna take turns. I got you.
Hold on, let me say something else. In Spain, there's a place
You
called.
said I want to address two things. I don't want you to get far away because I got a short memory
Well,
span.
I just want to say this one
Be
thing. Just one thing.
respectful.
I'll let you talk.
No,
Just
you
one
can't
thing.
let me talk on my show. I gotta address what you're saying, or I'll forget.
Well,
I'm gonna address that picture up there, and I'm gonna address Matamoros and give it right to you.
Well, the reason I said Matamoros is because there's a place in Spain called Mata Judíos, which means he who unalives Yehudim. So that's what I'm saying. That's what it means. It means
I got
Matamoros.
you. Now let me address it, please. I got you.
You can't address it. That's
First
just
of
what
all,
it is.
I got you. Please be respectful. First of all, there's no need to unalive Moors if they're not from here. Okay, that's one point I want to make. No need to be unaliving them if they're not here. Second of all, Matamoros does not mean that. Mata means mother. So this mother Moros, and this is misinformation taught by pale supremacists. That's one point I want to make. Second of all, he said he'd never seen an Olmec with a woolly hair before. There you go right there. There it is right there. So I want you to address that and his features right quick. No, Mata does not mean kill. No, it does not. That is
Afro
a
to you?
lie. Well, first of all, Mert or mort, M-O-R-T means death. That's a Latin word. I know Latin. That is not true. You can't find me no source besides
Spain
Eurocentrism.
don't speak Latin, bro.
I'm not
Spain
talking
speaks
to you.
Spanish.
I wasn't even talking to you. I'm talking to the chat. But I want you to
But
address
you're
this.
spreading misinformation. They don't speak
This is my
Latin in
show,
Spain.
man. Hey, man, this is my show. It's not French. Let's go up there and address that first. That Olmec. That's your assignment. Please
I just told you
address
that's not an Afro. That's not an Afro. What are you seeing Afro at?
His hair is matted down. It's matted. All right, I got something else for you. I got something else. Since you want to be a tough cookie, I got something else. I got it. I got
And
something else.
plus, you know who named that? The
That's okay.
Spaniards.
Don't worry
named it.
about it. I'm not
The
worried about
Spaniards
who
named
named
it.
it. I'm not worried about
The
it.
Spaniards named it.
I'm
You're
not
going
worried
by
about
what the Spaniards were calling it. Us indigenous people, we didn't name that, bro.
It don't matter. Listen to me, man. The Spanish was not pale people. Let's get that out your mind. Spanish was not pale people or Slavic. French wasn't Slavic or pale. Let's get that out your mind. They were not European pale people. So you're not telling me nothing. Not telling me nothing.
I agree why you don't want to be African, bro, because y'all came from a.
You just said
Pretty
I
much.
wasn't African, so stop it, man. You just said I don't even look like you said, except for you, you look more mulatto, so stop it, please.
Yeah,
You
well,
just-
mulatto means
I'm not gonna let you
European
do that.
African. That
Please
means mixed
stop.
with that.
Please stop. I'm about to show you something else, though. I got you.
When I said that, I didn't say that you looked indigenous. I just said you don't look fully
I'm
African.
not asking you if I look indigenous. I'm not asking you for your permission to be indigenous. I'm not
No,
asking
I'm
for.
saying I think you're taking it the wrong way. Just because I say you don't look fully African doesn't mean that I'm agreeing with you that you're indigenous or black people are indigenous to America. We know you're not, but you kind of resemble like the mulattoes, who were mixed with white tea and African, or white tea and black and shit. Someone said, "We are the original people. Who would want to be y'all?" Apparently, y'all want to be us. That's what I'm saying. Why do y'all want to be us for? Why do y'all want to be called indigenous? Y'all are not indigenous. That's not going to get y'all land. I mean, my family owns like 125,000 acres. Not just my family. A lot of I meant like our people in Mexico. Like we got fucking lands in the mountains and shit. But that's because that's always been ours.
Okay. First of all, I don't need your. I'm not looking for your opinion. I don't need your know-how. And you're a mestizo. You're not indigenous. Aboriginal people are brown people. I've seen some Mexicans way browner than you. I just left Colombia. I've seen indigenous people. You are a mestizo.
I'm not from Colombia.
Hold on, man. You already said some disrespectful stuff. You don't got to keep interrupting me. So this is called the hostage of El Tonina during the Mayan period. You see that statue up there? Do you see those cornrow braids?
No,
right?
I see straight hair. I don't see cornrows, bro. You're tripping.
You see straight hair. How about you got to get out of here? You playing? I'll holler at you.
Yeah, I know you're gonna get me off, you dumbass. You don't know shit.
Get up out of here. You playing games. He's a mestizo. He's a mestizo playing games with me. Get out of here. Talking about he sees some straight hair. How is that straight hair when you clearly see cornrows? Get up out of here. I mean, they're so... I really wanted to go in on him. So, oh yeah, that's not good enough. Let me get another one. That's it. Yeah, that's it right there. Now that's a Mayan sculpture. We can easily see his features. Get that guy out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Now look at that Mayan right there, y'all. Look at his features. Up there. Look at that Mayan. He's going to tell me that's his people. That's a Mayan. Okay, but that's still a Mayan though. Y'all, Timasuna, you're another albino. Y'all are albinos. Y'all are pale albinos. Look at that Mayan right there. Y'all are pale albinos. Look at that Mayan right there, y'all. You see his features? Okay, Wabo is an indigenous language in the Pacific Islands. You're saying nothing. Y'all are saying nothing. It's a Pacific Islander language. So yes, I'm Wabo. I already said that, Goofy. Let's look at this Mayan right here, though. Let's just look at it, y'all. Okay, why don't y'all address this Mayan right here, though? Mexicans have those same features. Okay, cool. We got those same features. There you go. We got those same features. There you have it. Ha ha ha. Mexicans have those same... Mexicans got those same features. We got those same features. There you go. Wide nose, woolly hair, baby. Look at that. Look at that beautiful hair. I don't care if I got Anglo. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm not in denial. Y'all are. I don't have Anglo exactly. Right? Okay, pale albino is damn near white. A lot of y'all are in denial that y'all are pale, man. Y'all are pale, man. A lot of y'all are pale. A lot of y'all fake name, what do y'all call it? Siberians. A lot of y'all are pale and in denial, man. They are really pale. If you go out there with some of those so-called Mexicans in Cali, they be extra pale and y'all know it. They are pale, man, and they are in denial. Siberians. Yeah, straight, man. Come on, man. Let's look at this Mayan up here. Let's show some more, man. Let's show some more. Let's show some more. We got more, man. Hold on, man. We got more. Hold on. Another one right here. Look at this dude. That's a Mayan, y'all. Look at him. Mexican. Look. Look what they be saying. Mexicans got those features. Mexicans got those features too. But y'all don't. You don't have those features. And Mexican is a nationality. It's not a race. Mexican is a nationality. Anybody can be a Mexican. No, that's a Mayan. That's not a Mexican. Mexico didn't exist. And the people who named Mexico was dark-skinned people. Their president was a dark-skinned man. What's his name? Jose Morlos of Morelia was a dark-skinned man. The other president, I can forget his name, was a dark-skinned man. Y'all are not Mexicans? You think we don't know history? My family live in Belize, dude. Oh, you just being disrespectful, Tim Asuna. You're a straight albino. I've argued with y'all on your channel on YouTube. I shut y'all down. I'm the same dude who came on your channel and shut y'all down. Y'all are Asian Siberians. Now look at that dude. I don't have to know his name. I don't care. I'll look it up. The Vicente Guerrero. That's his name. Goofy, Tiger Blood. Vicente Guerrero. There you go, Goofy. If that's all y'all got, oh, you don't know his name. You don't know his name. You don't know his name. I never said I was a Hebrew. Never. Never in my life said I was a Hebrew. I am an American. The first Americans are called Americans and Morican. Sagamore, Chickamauga. Y'all are not from Tennessee. You're not from Illinois. Yeah, they're from a lab. Exactly. Y'all are lab. Straight up, what do you call them? Incubator babies. Vicente Guerrero and Jose Morello, who threw up the fist. Those were Moorish people or Morenos. The Bantu straight. Bantu only means people. It's not a nationality. Bantu means people. You are a product of Europeans. So this dude just said I'm an Anglo. Now he's saying I'm a Bantu. They don't know what to do but signify. Yes, I know I handle myself respectfully. I'm very good at what I do. I'm very good at what I do. Thank you, Kiara. Very good. I know how to get the best out of these live streams. So like I said, you cannot use DNA, ancestry DNA. It's a scam. That's what I came up here to prove. Language group you once belonged to. Language group I once belonged to. I'll say Mississippian dialect, Mobilian Creole. Creole, since Creole means what? What Creole means native, right? It's the definition for Creole is native. And we have Mobile Creole. That's where my family is from, Alabama. I never said Vicente Guerrero was black. I never said that. I said he was Moorish, Tiger Blood. Black is a word that Europeans came up with, and it means nothing to me. It's an English word. I never said he was black. I said he was Moreno. I'm using the Spanish terminology. I'm not going to use their terminology because I'm well advanced and I'm better than you, Tiger Blood. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm not slow. I will never say he's black. He's a Moreno because that's the language they use. Spanish is not European. Creole is called Criollo. Okay, Moreno means dark skin. That's what they are. And that's what you're not. Parado means brown skin. Morena means brown skin. That's what it means. Go get your source. I'm better than you. I never said black, no. Never said it. Never said they did have a black president, Tim Asuna. Never ever said it. Never did I say that. Never did I say that. Don't care about it. I'm not here to prove anybody is black, dude. Because that statue right there is a brown man. A brown man with Moorish features, with Moreno features. I'm better than you. You cannot prove anything about DNA. Let's go back to the OMAC. You cannot use, you cannot, you cannot use, look at that wonderful dark-skinned man right there with his 2 slaves. Look at that wonderful relative of mine. Y'all see my relative up there? That's my relative with his Slavs. No, it does not mean bastardization of language. You have no source for that. You have no source. You see my ancestor up there with his 2 slaves? That's the truth. And they're trying to rewrite history, y'all. People in Latin America, they have mejora la raza. I agree, Dominique Caraya. It's a lot of Latin American people who know they have Aboriginal mothers. It's a lot of Latin people who know they have brown mothers. Like, I visited the place. I know many Latin people. My auntie stays in Belize right now. My uncle's name is Raymond Diaz. A lot of people know they have dark skin backgrounds. These people are going in the head because they really think we're out for some checks. They think we're out to take their Native American checks. We don't want no checks. Get your mind right. We're coming for something else. And it's called the architecture and the buildings that was here because Timusuna people didn't build them. Timusuna people did not build these buildings that were here. They built teepees because they are land squatters. Okay, I have sources. We can debate. No, it's not. Criollo means native. It's an easy search, and I think I have it. Criollo means native. Go look that up, Timusuna. I want you to go into your Google and type Criollo means native. It's going to pop right up. Go and type Creole means native. Go and pull it up. Bantu strays didn't enter. Man, you ain't talking about nothing. Y'all are not worthy of debating. Y'all are not worthy of debating. That's all y'all do is signify and call names. That's not worthy of the intellectual arena. Yeah, that's so weak to take a check over your land. Exactly. They just want some money. And guess what happens on those reservations? They are the #1 people to harm children by statistics. No, Criollos does not mean a Spanish person born in Latin. No, it does not. The people that take those checks on reservations, #1 alcoholics, #1 on the METH, #1 people to harm children. That's why they're taking that money to commit sins. But that's not important. What's important is they didn't build the old world buildings that's everybody is discovering. Remember, we have a movement that's discovering these buildings, y'all. The Native Americans didn't, or the Indians didn't build it. They didn't even build the mounds. It's a quick Google search. The Indians did not build the mounds. They didn't build the mounds. They did not build the old world buildings that we call Moorish architecture, y'all. Most FBA children are okay, whatever. Whatever, man. That is not true. Per crime data. What does that mean? Let's read this comment. Most FBA children are M-worded per crime data. What does that even mean? Per crime data. You mean per capita? Is that what you meant to say? Per capita? Exactly, Dominique. Plains natives did not build mountains. They migrated, which is why they had teepees. Yeah, it's per capita. Yes, and that's not true. It's not true at all. That's false. That's false. This is just sad and pathetic information. Be specific. Be specific, Tony Montana. Be more specific, because I attack DNA. And that right there is showing you the confederacy of our ancestors putting y'all to work. That's what we did. Everything I said don't make sense. Oh my goodness. You wasn't even here for the beginning. You clearly wasn't here for the beginning. Let's go back. Oh boy, what do we have here? It's too big. Okay. Oh my goodness. The Indigenous Army. Jean-Jacques Yaquis Dessalines coat of arms. This is the Indigenous Army. Oh, what do we have here? You see what I'm saying, y'all? You see the little mestizos? Come on, man. I did not just try to do that. I did not. You see them getting put in a place. This is why they're upset with us, man. This is why this is why they're mad at us, y'all. Tim Asun and them, when they crossed over that Bering Strait, we was waiting. Look at our ancestors doing them in. You see that? They don't have no pictures of them doing us like this. They don't have no pictures. They have nothing. With all of this dead evidence, they still playing with us because this is a psychological war that we are going to win because we are the best. Look at them. Look. Look at Tim Asuna's people up there getting wrapped up. You see that dark brown brother that they'll say is a black man today? Yeah, look at Tim Asuna's people getting wrapped up, y'all. There's more. There's even more. Even more. I did not try to do that. Look at this buddy right here with the Aboriginal symbol of the half moon crescent symbols. Look at that Aboriginal dude. There's more, man. There's more wrapping y'all up. Look at that brother right there wrapping them up. Okay, Haiti, that's not a bad example. It's called the Indigenous Army because they're indigenous and they got proof. Y'all European mutanthropoids are trying to rewrite history. But we woke up right on time and y'all gonna lose. All that matters is y'all gonna. Here's some more. Here's another one. This one right here is called, you can see the little Moorish headdress right here. This is the Inoc people, the INOC. The Inoc people of Illinois, and you can see light-skinned people just like me. Ha ha ha! Yeah, fool! Yeah! Just like today, my people, you see light-skinned people and you see dark-skinned people, and they'll say, oh, you will look like you mixed. Okay, was it? Was it? No. And you see the little fro. Yeah, I see it. And you see the little fro. But the point I'm making, they want to say light-skinned people are mixed. No, we're not. No, we're not. We were always light-skinned. Just like that man right there was dark-skinned. Yeah. See, he's laughing because something's wrong with him. He's a demon. We got evidence and they don't. They got no evidence. That's the point I'm proving. You can see the light-skinned man with the fro, and you can see the little dark-skinned man called Adipakis. His name is Adipakis, and you can go down there in Louisiana and find the Adipakis natives. I can put color to any picture to make them okay, but there's original sources. But you know what, Tony Montana? You are recognizing this document. You're trying to come up with an excuse for its legitimacy, but it's an original document that we can go prove. So you're already taking L's. You're taking L's. This dude is emotional. I'm not trying to convince you. Yeah, we can generate all skin tones. We have a third allele. All skin tones come from us. And that's why the sister, I forgot the sister's name who said it earlier. I think her name was Crystal. She said all of the skin tones come from us and they're our children. That's exactly what she said. All of those people got 2 alleles are our people. We have a third allele. Don't deny your African ancestry. I'm not denying the fact that we conquered the world. It's Moorish people. We conquered the world. The Garifuna is older than all of y'all. The Garifuna people are older than y'all. The Garifuna, Garinago people are older than y'all. Y'all are not saying nothing. The people in Peru, Argentina, Bolivia, the Aymara people. Go and look up Bolivia Aymara people. They're older than y'all. Now, I want to show y'all something else right quick. We have the Ayak people of Illinois. They're called the Tamora. They're Crystal Keys. That's exact. That's who said it. Go and look up the Tamora. The Temaora, that's what they're called. They're called Ayak, but this particular people are called Temaora. And they signed the peace treaty, the 1783 Treaty of Peace. I'm going to show one more. Hey, they trying to end my live, y'all. They just threatened to end the live. I might have to go on and end it because I can't lose a live like this, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm thankful that y'all came out though. They just sent me a message threatening to end my live. Yeah, we don't need validation to be indigenous. They just want to break us down. We have to represent ourselves as indigenous, just like the West Indies people. The people in West Indies that celebrate the culture every year, you know what I mean? They call themselves West Indians. They celebrate their cultures without them. Brazilian people, they celebrate their cultures without them. They said of inactivity. The reason why they said they're going to end it is because inactivity, and I had to do a puzzle. I had to do some type of puzzle to prove that I am the real person behind this video. So yeah, I'm glad you blocked them. I hate you blocked them because I don't run from them, but they can report these lives too easy. So yeah, it's crazy. Hopefully if they do report it, TikTok don't allow it to go through. Because this is a good live of these people in their feelings. Mad because we coming. Mad because we coming back. The ancestors is back, baby. The ancestors is back. I said the ancestors is back, baby. Look at that. And one thing, yeah, I feel you though. It's cool, Kiara. I ain't tripping. They too disrespectful. The ancestors is back, y'all. Light-skinned people is native. Dark-skinned people is native, man. And the point I want to reference about the Olmec is the Olmecs have different looks to themselves. They don't have one look. The Olmecs have many looks. Like If you see that right there and that right there, they have two different nose shapes. When you look at the native Siberians, they all look alike, just like the Africans. They all look alike, tribal people. We're not tribal people. We're like Polynesians. We always have short people, big people, skinny people, light, dark. We have an assortment of people. We don't just have one tribal look. That's how you know the Olmecs is our people, because they have different looks. They have different looks. The tribal Siberians all look alike. They don't have wide nose and thin nose and little nose. They all look alike and they all have that straight dog hair. With that being said, I'm up out of here because I don't want certain Africans do look alike. Exactly. The ones that don't look alike are called Cape Verde. Go and look up Cape Verde and they do not even like them people. I've seen a whole video of Cape Verdeans who look like us and speak Latin. They don't even like those people in Africa. They don't desire to mate with them. I got a whole video to prove it. They only like Americans and they look like us. Go and look Cape Verde, y'all. Now, is there some Africans over here that look like us with our culture? Yes. And I can prove that we went over in Africa through something called the Maryland Colonization Society. Go and look it up. It's called the Maryland Colonization Society. We went into Africa and formed a new government all the way up to Germany called the Weimar Republic, and the capital of Cameroon was called Moreo. Right? Yeah, you know, so yeah. Man, I'm gonna go live again, y'all. Yeah, Somalian look alike, Ethiopians look alike. They all be looking like, you know, they come from the same father or something. They come from the same dad. But our people are the only people who got many looks. But we have the same blood. Ain't that crazy? How is it that we look so different sometimes? Like, I don't look like Jay. Appreciate you, No Smoke. I don't look like Jada Kiss. I don't look like Bill Cosby. But we are classified as the same ethnic group. That's all they do is come in here with all that nonsense. Man, y'all can't beat us in no debates. I'm number one. I'm number one, man. I'm smacking these people up. And with that being said, I'm going to go on ahead and put this pic back up here because I really... Is this it? Oh, no, it's too small, though. It's too small. Bro, our ancestors was cold, man. Our ancestors left all this evidence, man. They are cold, bro. Look at this. This is the artificial recreation of the old man. And we know the old man got woolly hair, y'all. I just want... Okay, y'all probably can't see that. Y'all... Well, let me show this right quick. Now, look at this girl right here. This woman right here is from South India. You see that? We got plenty of women who look like that. That's a brown woman. She don't look nothing like those Siberians. Okay, I just wanted to show that. But let me go. Here it is right here. Bam. There you go. I wish I could zoom in a little bit more. But if you can see the brother from Enoch, Illinois, he got that red stripe turban on. And we go down to the Parapecia people in Mexico. They got the same red and white striped turban with the baby in her hand. And we got the cone hat of the Canaanites. You see him right here with the red and white stripes, Moorish colors. That brother is in Illinois, of the Cahokia people, and this is in Mexico, showing y'all why the Cahokia in Mexico is connected, and the corn people. So yeah, man, the ancestors was too cold. The ancestors, they all stem from the original people. That's the Eve gene. The ancestors was too cold, y'all. They were too cold, man. They left evidence everywhere, man, for us to go and gather. It's up to us. I feel like it's up to us to come together to bring this back, man. We owe it to the ancestors who they harmed with impunity. They harmed them and done some crazy things to the ancestors and created these fake stories for us people who they couldn't touch. We owe it to each other to work together, to go up the Mississippi, go up and down the Mississippi River, to go back into our freeman towns, pray every day to come together, defend ourselves at all costs, y'all. We owe it to the ancestors, and the time is now. I appreciate y'all so much. I definitely will be going live tomorrow. Until I see y'all again, peace out. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the likes, and thank y'all for subscribing. Peace out.